Hi everyone, thanks for having me this morning, which looks like a really exciting lineup and event today. So I'd just like to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about built environment smarter transformation and then a particular programme that we've been working on, low carbon learning. So about a month ago, we said goodbye to Construction Scotland Innovation Centre and hello to BEST, Built Environment Smarter Transformation. We launched our rebranding at the 6-month point between COP26 and COP27, so allowing us with industry to reflect on the distance we've travelled in that 6 months. We have a clear new mission, that our mission is to accelerate the built environment's transition to zero carbon. For those of you who don't know, we are one of 7 innovation centres and we are supported through the Scottish Government, the Scottish Funding Council, Scottish Enterprise and Highlands and Islands Enterprise. What we've heard today, and this is a real key focus for us, is we cannot do any of our work without our connected ecosystem, so working with industry, the public sector and academia. And we work together to unlock innovation. But we also deliver collaborative projects and programs. And we have an innovation factory where people can do trialling and testing and piloting of innovative solutions for low carbon construction, and also delivering a future skills program. We all know the real challenge, but the key things that we want to take away from that is we need to innovate, accelerate at scale, to reduce our carbon emissions. So we're also all aware of these key headline figures across the UK. The construction and built environment is responsible for 45% of global CO2 emissions, 60% in materials in UK, and 50% of the total UK's waste. So how we approach this is we have a programme called Accelerate to Zero, and we have 10 integrated components within that programme, focusing on 4 key areas: zero carbon skills programme, transition hubs, our cultural change programme, which focuses on procurement to value, system change, and also our leadership development. And then our four key thematic key areas of focus, we have digital, retrofit, modern methods of construction, and sustainability. And these are all cross-cutting. We have our innovation factory at BEST, just outside Blantyre, and basically this is our centre for excellence in the built environment of zero carbon transformation. It allows people to industry to come and collaborate with academia and do piloting and testing. But we are growing, and we have now purchased the longer, slimmer building in the image there, and we are now in a position where we are starting to build a stakeholder group to what do we do with this building. We see this as the National Retrofit Centre in Scotland, and we want to use it as a living lab as well for deep retrofit solutions and testing and piloting. So this is just an infant stage, but we've got 35 1,000 square metre feet of work to do within that building. All our work aligns with government's key drivers, and particularly focusing on Scotland's national strategy for economic transformation, and focusing on, as mentioned, the climate CSAP, the Climate Skills Action Plan, developed by Skills Development Scotland. But what I really want to talk to you today about is low carbon learning, and this is a programme that's I don't know if that, can I go back? Yep, before that video plays. Low carbon learning is funded through the National Transition Training Fund, funded through the Scottish Funding Council, and it's been a programme that we launched in March 2021. First of all, as passive house in practice to upskill and reskill in low carbon construction techniques. It has now expanded into a phase 2 where we have now, we're upskilling and reskilling in retrofit, and we're also funded through Skills Development Scotland through the same fund. We're also carrying out a fabric and structure, so focusing on sustainable building materials, mass timber, insulation, and carbon accounting as well. So I'm just going to play a video that will capture this program.
Practice is a hands-on experience of the use and the application of Passive House criteria.
Passive House is a low energy building standard. By implementing this Passive House standard, that will assist in achieving low energy buildings throughout Scotland.
Really pleased to be back to face-to-face training and to be able to give people the hands-on practical experience of building to Passive House standards, so air tightness, insulation tolerances, and really just allow them to feel and make mistakes here in a safe space.
It's a really interesting way of bringing in the criteria and the theory into practice.
The Passive House in Practice programme has been funded by the Scottish Funding Council to upskill and reskill anyone in Passive House standards who's at risk of redundancy, unemployment, and wants to transition into a low energy sustainable built environment. We've delivered this training through a range of mediums: online training in Passive House standards, practical training and hands-on experience in Passive House, and also online learning modules that can be accessed anywhere, anytime.
The rigs that we have here at the Innovation Factory are a engineered timber joist, a timber kit, a cross-laminated timber, and a SIPS panel. And what we wanted to do there is have 4 different types of timber system to give people a chance to interrogate how they might use that system in a Passive House setting and really understand and see all the layers built up. So during the training, we'll be doing exercises on small panels, but then the attendees can interrogate the bigger rigs and ask questions, and we can illustrate what might need to be considered as part of a build on these rigs, and then that really stems the discussion, because ultimately every building is going to be slightly different and have different needs, but this really facilitates that dialogue.
So this programme has allowed us to expand. We've now got the 4 Passive House training rigs, but we've also developing retrofit training rigs, solid masonry and a cavity masonry that are being constructed just now, and we'll be delivering training in retrofit as well. We've been also delivering a whole range of training, and the low carbon learning launched in September, and this is some of the training that we have been delivering. So we working with academia and working with industry experts, the training providers within this space, such as WARM, the Retrofit Academy, the AACB, to allow us to deliver accredited certified training courses. We've been developing immersive learning modules, working very closely with John Gilbert Architects. John Gilbert Architects have also designed our training rigs, and one particular in Nidri Road, so it'll be through 360 capture, where a learner would be able to go in and navigate through that project, and also St Sophia's Primary School with Hampson Baron Smith, which is the first interfaith school in the UK. And then finally, just another thing I would like to just finish up on is with Morrison Construction leading, they have been developing a Passive House solution for steel, working with professionals in the industry and their supply chain. So to design solutions for steel, Passive House solution for steel frame. The Passive House Trust have picked this project up, and they'll write a technical position paper on that and reporting. So, and this will all be open source learning for the full industry and the full supply chain to understand, moving away from domestic and onto commercial buildings. How do we find solutions, low carbon solutions for steel as well? Just a snapshot of what our reach at the moment. So over the kind of past year and a half, we have reached almost 2,000 people in a range of areas of low carbon learning. This is a small proportion. We know from the CITB report that we're looking at sort of 22,500 people by 2028 working in energy efficiency measures. So we've still got lots to do, but please, if you want to collaborate with us, please reach out. Thank you.